Look at the diagram. You can see carefully, there's a white ant, there's a Puppetery White ant on the African map. A Puppetery White ant on the African map. And the African map is dispensing into the African child. I'll tell you what it means. This is one of the methods used by the colonial factors or the aliens to control the African countries. So the Puppetery White ant is investing. Should I use the word investing? Is having a total control of the African leaders. So the African map there denotes the African leaders. So the Puppetery White ant is having a total control of the African leaders. No wonder in so many African nations, elections is close by here. In so many African nations, before you run up in a particular office, you need to travel to this alien world to meet with them and possibly have certain discussion with them that will be confidential for only you and them. So if it works with them, if your discussion with them is favorable, they try their possible best to see that you become a leader. So right from that moment that this confidentiality is established, they have a total control of you. And you know, whatever they put in you, whatever direction they choose to take you, whatever knowledge they give to you, whatever thing they put in you as the African leader, it is what you're bringing to us as African people, as African children. So they may not have influence in us directly, but they have a way they have influences in us indirectly. They have a way they influence us indirectly through our African leaders. So if we must correct anything, we must first of all start from the leadership of the African people. Yes, if there's going to be any correction, if there's going to be anything that will help us clean Africa and make Africa a better archipelago, then we must start with leadership. We must start with leadership. So if the leaders are not properly refined, there's no way the African child will be refined. Why? Because the aliens, the white man, is puppetry on the African leaders, is controlling the African leader. That's what that diagram is telling you. You can see the white ant on the African map, and the African map is dispensing something into the African child's egg. So whatever the white man tells the African leader is what the African leader comes to tell the African child. Whatever the white man gives to the African leader is what the African leader comes to give to the African child. You can see our problem is not coming to us directly. It's coming to us through our leaders. Why? Because our leaders are being influenced by the white man. Yes, the colonial factors, the aliens. And I told you in the other video that the white man believes that Africa is his business. African nations, African colonies are their ancestral business, And of course, to them, they have invested much in African nations. There's no way they will let African nations go so free, because they must keep on enjoying, reaping the dividend of their ancestral businesses according to them. So the only way they could do that is to keep on applying the puppetry method on the African leaders. So once they are able to control the mind, the perception, the ideas of the African leaders, of course, we are also being affected. Because whatever they give to the African leaders is what they give to us. Whatever they tell the African leaders to do is what they do. Whatever establishment or institution they tell the African leaders to establish in their different African nations as a way of checking the wealth, the resources of the African people, our African leaders will do that. Why? Because they are having control over the African leaders. That is what that diagram is telling you. The Puppetery White hand controls the African map, and the African map dispense whatever control or knowledge they give to them into the African child. But I tell you, we can individually break ourselves out from this puppetry, independence, and colonialism. African child, it is high time we awake from our slumber and break ourselves out from colonial chains, colonial independence, puppetry, independence, puppetry, colonialism. It is time we do that. Remember, if you are willing to support this awareness and promote it, check the account on the screen. Whatever you drop will help us go a long way in promoting this awareness. See you, true African child.